Yo, what is good, everyone? Welcome to the Texas Turf Talk. We got Houston Texan fans in the building, Dallas Cowboy fans in the building. Got my boy JM Sports Factory here. First episode, we're gonna kick it off right, man. Go on, tell them. Go on, yeah, go on.
I'll go introduce myself. Yes, JM Sports Factory. Definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel. Um, we're gonna talk Houston Texans, Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season's coming soon, so just want to have the back and forth there. There's a lot of toxicity between these two fan bases, and we are toxic people as well. But it should be fun. Definitely want to see where we stand, how the Cowboys stand. Obviously, I don't know too much about them, and I want to rep my Texans. What I'm saying, repping the team. So, hey, it should be a fun show. We're gonna try to do this as much as we can and see how it goes, man.
Yeah, I mean the excitement around these teams is really what urged me to, pitch the idea. As you know, ESPN is gonna make it toxic because it's got the Cowboys name in it. What team is the best in Texas with the rise of the Houston Texans last year? And it's nothing new on the department of the Cowboys. It's still chaos, whatever negative connotation you want to have. But us Cowboys fans, excuse me, let me get that out of my
Yeah,
mouth.
good. Yeah, boy, don't take
Let me
that. Don't
get
take
that
that out
out
of
of
my
my
mouth.
mouth.
Yeah, get that out of your mouth.
We are still here. Gotta, let us know that, hey, even though they pitch us in the wrong light, we're gonna bring it clear on what's really going on. This is level-headed Cowboy stuff right here, So big matchup this year, as you know, that's why we really started it, because it's going to be a big matchup in November. That's going to be great, but it's still that itty bitty rivalry that's kind of coming back, reflaming. Talk about that.
Yeah, so I mean, the Texans and Cowboys. I don't know. We don't play each other enough for us to really to. It should be something crazy, but it's Houston versus Dallas, and it's like San Francisco versus LA. And it's interesting. We should probably. It's weird that y'all in the NFC East. That's so weird because y'all are definitely nowhere near East. But yeah. Hey, when that game happens in November, it's definitely going to be fireworks because I know the next day is on Monday night. So that Tuesday night or Tuesday, whoever that podcast, probably be on Tuesday. I swear it's gonna be the most toxic podcast. And whoever loses, they're gonna feel the loss. It's gonna be tough because everybody gonna be jumping on them. But I'm like we played y'all a couple years ago and we barely lost. And I wasn't like upset. I was chill because Davis Mills, like I'm not expecting none of that. But now there's expectation with this team. So obviously this is a big game. I know the Houston Texan fans will travel. They will go to Dallas. So you'll see the blue and you'll see the red. You'll see a good sea of everything in there. So it should be an epic Monday night game. It should be on Thanksgiving if they were smarter. But we'll take that Monday night game. And it's exciting. Hey, CJ Stroud and Micah Parsons, they hang out a lot. So I don't know. Micah might F around and be a Texan one day. I don't know. But
No, see, no. See, now you be love doing that. You be love you secretly love our players, but I don't understand that y'all quick to bash them while they got our jersey
I
on.
I never bashed Micah Parsons. Michael Parsons, I've never bashed him. He a really good player. That's why I'll take him.
You see the first chat, he said if Dax ain't gonna make it to November, oh man, we're gonna talk about that. But first things first, because this hate this hate goes all the way back years ago. I think when we first met, around the time when y'all still had that man Deshaun Watson, it was 4 versus 4.
Hmm.
And you were saying early then that he was already better than Dak Prescott.
Hmm.
What was your thoughts behind that? Why is everyone that's, in my opinion, why is everyone you when you get a great quarterback, why is they automatically better than Dak Prescott?
Well, I mean, I thought Deshaun was better than Dak because I don't know. I saw Dak. His rookie year Dak is better than a lot of players. Like he had the. It looked like he was about to be on that type of timing. Kind of had the plot there, but then when Zeke got hurt, it was just like okay now, which is and I'm not gonna like me. I wasn't gonna jump on him too much second year because hey it's a second year. Still you say yourself sophomore slump right. So I wouldn't trip it too much on everything, but if you keep looking as the years progress, I haven't seen that rookie year flair. Like he's had some really good years, but then it's just like when it really matters, when the games really matter, he falls. Now when I look at Deshaun back in the Texan jersey, he had those moments. Like I said, his plot obviously fell off a rail when he faced the Chiefs, right? It went off a rail when he faced the Chiefs, so that exposed him. But before then, it looked like he had some moments where it was like, okay, maybe this guy can be, one of those up there players with plot, especially his rookie season. Um, I ain't worried about that no more. Obviously now with CJ, his rookie year he was balling, so now we'll see if he has the plot. But Dak, I always say Dak not a bad quarterback. It's just he has no plot. And a lot of players don't got plot, but he played for the star. And you're gonna get exposed more when you have no plot. So you're
That's a
gonna
little
say.
bull. He said, CJ, man, mess around and be a cowboy.
I know he don't want that. I know look, your pride wouldn't want that. That's the thing. His pride wouldn't want that. Your pride wouldn't want that.
I don't think he's 100% behind Dak anyway. He's one of those, Cowboys fans that's on the teeter. But back to what you were saying. You talk about Dak having that same flair. My thing is, when have we? Have you seen a Cowboys roster as talented as that first year?
I think last year was pretty good. It's not. I think that first year is the offensive line was really big. I don't know how your defense. How was your defense in 2016?
I think the defense was like, it was like more on the below average, very below average. Because I want to say he was either that year or the year after that. That's where the legendary catch from Odell happened on that defense, like the one-handed grab, and we didn't have any DBs. Sean Lee, oh my God, tendon, hamstring was on a thread. Like we really didn't have anything on that defense.
Okay. Well, the offense, with that offensive line in 2016, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak, and then Des Bryant. So it was a good, but your offense, CeeDee Lamb balled out really well. I don't know how good your offensive line is. You'll tell me more about that. Running game probably wasn't the best. It's probably but it was your defense this year was pretty. I assume was pretty good, right? Like you know the stats, like where they rank more than I do. Like I didn't.
I mean, statistically, yes. Fundamentally, no, we weren't. The holes were still there. We're gonna talk about that today. That's actually the title in the thumbnail. Who has the strongest defense? We do have a strong defense. Go ahead.
And John, the Colts. Yeah, what about the Colts moment? What was that? That was his second? No, it's his 2017 win. So that's his second season. Yeah, he didn't have the strong game against the Colts. He did struggle against the Colts. He couldn't read zone defense. I wasn't like that was a loss though. That was it wasn't like, oh, he has no plot. That was one of them losses where you just like, okay, they beat you, and that's just tough. And Deshaun, you gotta get better. That wasn't one of those things where I'm like, oh my gosh. Now the next year when we lost to the Chiefs, that's when I was like, oh, I think we're cooked. I think we ain't got no plot because that's tough. That's tough. But so there's certain losses. Like I see Dak. Like there's certain losses that Dak would take that isn't like, oh my gosh, he has no plot, right? I think when he played the Rams, I think they lost in the second round. Yeah. What's my man? That was it Anderson? Whoever the running back was killing, gassing y'all defense.
Todd Gurley? No. You said it was a backup. It was or something. It was CJ. Yeah, you're right. It's like Anderson. Henderson or like yeah. I know
something like that. He was cooking, so I wasn't like I wasn't like cooking Dak or nothing because I'm like okay, but like the loss you just had against Green Bay, that's one of them things where I'm just like okay, that plot is crazy. That's not bad plot. As simple as that. And like I said, you in Dallas, so that's gonna be exposed more. Now we'll see. I mean, y'all gonna keep running it back. Dak is the longest tenured quarterback in the NFL, so y'all gonna run it back with him. We'll see but I'm telling you, he either needs to have that John Elway plot, that adversity. He keep going 10, 11, 12 years, and then he finally win, or he just gonna be, it's gonna be rough. You need that John Elway plot. That's what you need.
Going back to the Deshaun days, would you say that y'all surrounded a team around Deshaun Watson? And that's a good point right here.
One team can't win the big one, no matter how much money thrown at every team. They can't win one because they can't get out of their own way. Both teams shooting themselves in the foot all the time. Yeah, I mean the Texans. We're in Texas. We don't. Our football is hilarious, right? Because we do shoot ourselves in the foot. The Bill O'Brien days, there was a lot of they had AK-47s to the foot. They were making sure that their food wasn't there no more. Deshaun Watson. I don't know. The thing about Deshaun, I'll tell you this is my thing with Deshaun. I'll tell you this. Okay, his rookie year, similar to Dak in a way. His rookie year, he was you looked like he could be an all-time player. Like Deshaun looked like Mahomes before Mahomes. That's how elite he was offensively. Got injured, and then the next year he was good, but it wasn't like what I saw, and I never got that lit, like that level of lit ever again. You know what I'm saying? And similar to y'all, like Dak has had great seasons, but there was something about his rookie year where I was like, dang, every time he gets the ball, good things happen.
I'll
You know what I'm
argue
saying?
last year was his best year
I mean, it was like it
because
was a
he
great
was
year.
second in MVP. I believe. I mean, this point was made by one of the Cowboys reporters. He said if the Cowboys win that Miami game, he has a legit argument versus Lamar Jackson because that would have been a moment because he came down and he threw that game-winning touchdown. Um, but they would say that he would have it'd have been a legit argument against Lamar for the title because he had the better
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah. At this, the game against San Francisco was when
But
Lamar
that was
faced San Francisco. That
oh
was
yeah,
that was
but no,
Christmas,
but
and he was
I don't see
he was lit in that
that's
game.
where we have a divide because when we watched that game was less on Lamar and more on that defense. That defense really because then they make Brock throw like 5 interceptions,
It was I think 4.
four or five. When your defense do that, like I'll give it to Lamar, but that defense really was the MVP of that game right there, and I don't believe that
Yeah,
should be counted as a. I know how it seems,
that's how it
but
is though.
I know that's
And he
how it
played
is.
well. He had that one spin on Fred Warner. He had that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
the things like that on Christmas.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
national. I was just like, yo,
No, that game was very surprising.
that just give it to you, man. And it was in San Francisco. Beat the brakes off them boys in their house. That's something. But I'd say like Dak, this year Dak had better numbers than his rookie season. It's just like when I watch Dak his rookie year versus this year,
Mhm.
it's like I had more confidence in big moments in his rookie year because he kept proving me wrong. Like obviously I wasn't rooting for Dallas.
I would disagree.
I I,
I
I,
would
I got
wholeheartedly.
I'll let you and I'll let you expand on that. But the only thing I'm saying, like I think y'all played those games against Pittsburgh. I think you had a game against Green Bay back then, not in the playoffs. There was a couple games in his rookie year where I'm like, he's a rookie, gonna lose, and then they win. And Ezekiel Elliott obviously was big
Yeah,
helping
so
that.
see that's the thing.
But
In those games, the run game really took over that game. Like you go back and watch the film, we were mauling Pittsburgh up front. Like we had Travis Frederick, Jack Martin, Tyron Smith, Younger, and Zeke was just fresh. Like he was running all over those guys, and I think he took the wheel from the Steelers. And you pair that with Dak, who's like, I would not argue that he's a game manager. All you have to do is manage and not, f it up. That's what Brock Purdy was. That's why was my argument is what Dak was his rookie year. Like everything was going minus the defense. We don't have the defense as the Niners. Like that will show up in the big time. But that year, I would no. I don't. What Dak did in the playoff game, he went toe to toe with Aaron Rodgers. I'll give you that. But um, it was just more on the others. I would say. Now, like how much of the others did you factor in Deshaun's success? Because he
okay,
had one of the greatest. Talk about a receiver who don't drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this still J.J. Watt? Is it still did y'all have what's the corner that ended up leaving and going to Jacksonville? Y'all still AJ Bouye?
no, he wasn't.
He was still just going.
He went on that team. Yeah, he went on that team with Deshaun. He went on the team no more. Deshaun Watson, his defense, like JJ was too injured all the time. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't reliable at that point. He had Hopkins, which was obviously great. We had Will Fuller. If you're a Texan fan, Will Fuller.
Yeah.
Will Fuller could not catch. Could not catch. Man was dropping everything. He was very fast though.
Yeah.
But he couldn't catch, which was so disheartening when he would drop the ball, and he was very injury prone. And Tobias, I know Tobias is not watching this, but he loved him some Will Fuller, and he wanted us to keep him. I said that is ridiculous. The thing. This is the thing I tell. This was the argument I had back in the day, 2019, because this was against Bill O'Brien. I think Bill O'Brien ruined my whole operation. But I remember in 2019 we had a pretty good receiving core. We had Hopkins, we had Fuller, we had Kenny Stills. It's three good receivers. And I look at team like the Ravens, and I know they, we different. There's different in scheme and all that, but like they knew how to scheme their players open better to me than we did. As Hopkins, you don't have to, Hopkins, you grab it, you just throw it up and you grab it. But sometimes it's just, you want to actually like, let's get these guys wide open. Let's find. But for some reason, every catch, like when you saw the Ravens play, all these, and you didn't know none of these receivers. Only Mark Andrews, you knew him. It's only one. They'd be wide open, wide open, right? The Chiefs players just wide open, and I'm just like, we have such elite receiving talent. I'm just curious, like, why aren't we seeing the same? Like, it was
Who
confusing
who
to
was your
me.
running back?
We had Carlos Hyde, who actually had a
Oh.
pretty good year. He had 1,000. I think he had 1,000 yards that year. So like our offense had good talent. It's just for some like we didn't put up 30 often.
Mhm.
It was disappointing because you have all that talent and you put up 30 like two or three times the whole season out of 16 games. It's just like, bro, what's so Bill O'Brien to me is the key reason. Like that whole operation failed. And he admitted himself, he admitted that, hey, I wasn't the best GM. I can see that. I wasn't the best GM. He admitted it years later. He ruined the Texans. Luckily, D'Amico Ryans and CJ Stroud came and changed the organization in 1 year because we were a complete shit show. We were a laughing stock. No one liked us. We were supposed to be the worst team in the league last year. That's what people said.
So
So
first off, if you're here, whether you're a Texas fan, Cowboys fan, make sure you like and subscribe. This is
see that at
good
the top.
content. JM Sports Factory, wherever you tune in, lose takes. Make sure you are tuning. Well, you're doing your part. You know what I'm saying? Let's convince the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Get this content out. But that right there, that goes right into the first topic. We are two organizations who are being victims of just horrible management up top. Talking to the front office.
Yes, sir.
You had your error. We have, would you call us an error? Millennium. But who had, in your opinion, who had the worst front office plot? Like who has the worst front office in your opinion?
Well, I mean, at this point is y'all. There was a point where I had a good run for my money though, because no, yeah, it was a really good point. We had a good run from our like y'all got it now. But I just had like a literal PTSD moment hit me right in my head. There was a man, I forgot his name. I'm gonna have to look up his name, but he was like he was like the team pastor, but he became like an executive for us. And if you're a Texans fan, you know what I'm talking about. And he was influencing decisions, and the decision he influenced was DeAndre Hopkins getting traded for a bag of Skittles. And when I saw that Hopkins trade, and like I'm thinking to myself, bro, and then Bill O'Brien getting more power, like the Chiefs, we lost to the Chiefs, then Bill O'Brien gets promoted instead of fired. The GM, and then they
You
trade
want to
Hop.
fire him then?
Hell yes, fire the hell. Bill O'Brien was years prior, like in the years past, he was with us for like 6 years. I was like, okay, you're getting a little sketchy. I'm not liking what I'm seeing, but you know, I'm a roll with it. The last year, I remember Casey, you not watching, but right before we played the Chiefs, I was like, bro, Bill O'Brien, he ass. I'm saying him, bro, he's ass. This before we played the Chiefs, I'm saying, bro, this man is not good. We just gotta hope and pray that we can overcome the Chiefs because he's not good. And then he literally in his next game has his worst performance of his life as a coach. That's hilarious. And then he gets promoted, and then he has the worst decision I have ever seen in my life. I have never seen a trade that made less sense than that trade in my entire existence. I can go in any sport. That literally makes no sense. Hopkins,
He said Jack Easterby.
there it is, my man, Jack
Yeah.
Easterby. Hey, thank you for
Shout
Jack
out to
Easterby.
Richard. Yeah. Shout out to for the chat. Y'all keep keep the
No,
chat
bro.
jumping for sure.
Hey, look, hey, that man, Jack Easterby, bro. I know he said Easby. Yeah, no, you almost got it right. Bro, he cooked the Texans to a crazy degree because he influenced the Hopkins trade. And I'm like, bro, does he have do they have nudes on the owner or something? Like, why ain't Bill O'Brien fired? Why Easterby? And they kept, and Andre Johnson saying stuff against Easterby, all these players saying things. And I'm just like, bro, he is not that important, bro. Like, who is this? This is a pastor? Fire him, please.
No, for real.
It was killing me. And then the next year, David Johnson, because we traded Hopkins. I was like, that's so disgusting. And then you have him. We lose the first 4 games, and at that point, I'm like, hey, whatever happens, happens. We just cooked. What happens? They fired Bill O'Brien. I say, thank the Lord. I was about to cry. But then what happens after that? We have the season ends. They asked Deshaun, hey Deshaun, we're gonna get a new GM, get a new head coach. We want your input. He gives their input. The front office ignores him completely, and then they hire their own person. And then Deshaun Watson immediately wants to trade after. I say, damn, I'm like, well, I'm in a tough existence right now, but this existence is hurting. And then we hire this man from Baltimore David Culley. If you're a Texan fan, you know David Culley, his first year,
Mm.
ass. I don't know why we hired. I wanted what my man from the Chiefs, who used to be on the Chiefs. What's his name? The offensive coordinator.
Right. The one who can't get a job right now.
Yeah, what's
He's
his name?
he's at the Washington Commanders. He's the
Yeah, what's his
OC.
name?
Bieniemy.
Eric Bieniemy. I was
Yeah.
trying. I'm like, they getting lit. I want to get lit too. Let me get Eric Bieniemy. They ain't hiring. They hired this random person from Baltimore. Pissed me off. And then after that, when he obviously sucked, they hired Lovie Smith, who obviously sucks too. And I'm just like, this was killing my brain. I wasn't talking no Texan. You come on my podcast. I was talking about y'all's teams. My team in the dirt. My team. They
Nah.
finally make a good. They finally make good hire. D'Amico Ryans said, "Thank goodness." I thought I there was no reason for him to come here because we were just. Luckily, we were biased. He's a Texan, former Texan. And from then, things went up. But them 3 years, 4 or 5 years, bro. That was y'all got it. But those 5 years, bro,
No.
we were running.
I'll argue we had it worse then. As you know, I mean, all our business is out there on the internet, or in on the ESPN. They gonna do their best to push the Cowboys narrative, and this goes all the way back to the '90s when we was on the Super Bowl run. As you know, fired Jimmy Johnson because Jerry ego. He wants to be blah blah blah. It's just rolled into to now. Let me talk about when I started becoming, I developed my frontal lobe and I was a serious Cowboy fan. Let's go back to the coach I hated was Jason Garrett, Clapper himself.
That's my man's.
What's the like? Oh my God! What's the damn thing from this Christmas toy? He just reminds me of that. This man, we had him for so long. First of all, the way we do business in Dallas is backwards. At least y'all are trying, Jesse. We are not trying. Y'all try because at the end of the day, everyone is hired to do their job and they will be fired if they don't perform it, in a certain amount of time. You know who has the jobs here in Dallas? It's the family. And they're not itching or moving. There's no sense of urgency because you know what? Next year, I'm going to be here. Or I might even get a promotion. Depends on what's in the will or in the trust fund. So we kept a man, Jason Garrett, who went 8-8 for I don't know how many seasons in a row. And he had like two good teams. It was the Romo team that I think was the Dez catch. That was the first good team because that team was very well. We should have went to the Super Bowl. Or the team at the end of his tenure, I think he got, if I'm tripping, well, he got Dak and Zeke. He got the end of the stick with that, and that year with the Packers. My point, like the way he not contribute at all to the team, and we kept him on because I think after we had a good season, I don't know if it was injuries happened, we end up going 9-7 or 8-8 again. And you know what? We didn't fire him. His contract just expired. We don't fire anyone here in Dallas. At least y'all fire someone in Houston. Then we hire Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, what was the reports? He was studying, he was trying to get his offense better from when he got fired in Green Bay. Someone who's been doing that, you would think they want to come in and control the offense how they want to do it. They want to come call the plays. You know how the Jones do it? Like, oh, we got our Sonny boy here. What's his OC? He's the OC with the Eagles right now. Kellen Moore. He's gonna, you're gonna work with him, and for your first year, mind you, like Mike McCarthy's the one on the contract, so he has to produce winning, results. But how are you gonna put somebody on him that he didn't hire? Like usually when at least Bill O'Brien got to hire his staff, even though he made stupid hires, they were his hires. Mike, he's been they put the OC on him. So we 2 years now, we got him as OC bullshitting BSing around. Let's go to then after we hire Mike McCarthy, hey Mike, we're gonna hire somebody that we're gonna think, take your job in the future. Who's that guy? Dan Quinn. Every year.
That's your man's. That's your man's.
Every year. After every season, he's going to go interview for coaching jobs, coming back, interviewing, coming back, asking Jerry, is it my turn for the job yet? Coming back. Like, imagine the workplace. We had to work with a guy constantly, day in and day out, and he's a threat to take your job. That's the work environment we created because of our front office. I'm not even mentioning the players. We have a we the team the time we had 90 million in cap free space. They be preaching all the time. You know what ESPN is reporting? Oh,
Right.
why don't Dak take a pay cut? Why don't CD take a pay cut? Why don't you everyone else wants to talk about pay cuts and talk about, you know, Dak being pro for the team, even though like he's proven it already that he's more than capable of making market value. We still undermine these guys, and because of the narratives that get pushed, that's what the front office creates. And I'm all over the place, but the 90 million we had that 1 year because we signed Tyron Smith. We didn't do jack. We just ate the cap. So fast forward to now, we finna go into a season. We haven't signed our quarterback, our wide receiver, or our our the stars. But we claim we're going all in this season. That's the front office that we have to deal with on a daily basis. On top
Mhm.
of they weren't even finna fire Dan Quinn after that horrible job he did versus Green Bay. They was finna welcome him back with open arms. So, shout out to Ben Johnson turning down the job. Shout out to I think he was y'all's old coordinator. I think he turned down the job as well.
Mhm.
Like so, man, that's just doing it. But let's flip the question: who had the better highs of a front office between us? You can take out our Super Bowls.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you count the '90s, but better highs. Well, if you take out the Super Bowls, and that kind of like, yeah, that hurts you a lot because the Super Bowls were like your peak. That's when you were at your high.
I don't know about that.
I'm thinking like, I'll tell you. So obviously, this is short. The front office I've had hasn't been the greatest, but like this last year of work, that's my high. But it's a hell of a high though, because like to be the worst team in the league to a playoff team is like and we were the worst team. I don't care if we were the number 2 pick. Chicago, we lost to Chicago. Like they were the number 1 pick, but we lost to Chicago, and we just won the last game because the Colts tried to hold us. Fortunately, though, it held them at the end. I love that. I love that type of plot. Because 1 year later, we played the Colts week 18 both years. First year we won. I wanted to lose, but it got me C.J. Stroud. The next year we won to get to the playoffs and eliminate the Colts. I love plot like that. Hit you a year later, but I think I'm gonna say biased thing. I'm gonna say it's me. Just this 1 year. I just think that 1 year of I don't think a lot of teams could do that. I think now we're actually something like people are trying to follow that type of recipe of being the Texans. Like the Patriots are definitely trying to follow a similar recipe. Like they were terrible last year. I know I work with Patriot fans. They clearly like, man, I want to be like, we just hired a former defensive player. We hired a guy, a quarterback. A lot of people want to follow that type of recipe. I don't think they will, but drafting CJ, Will Anderson, both rookie of the years. D'Amico Ryans should have been coach of the year, but they couldn't give us too many awards. I mean, hey, that's a 1 year turnaround. I've never seen nothing like that, bro. I don't think you've ever seen anything like that. Maybe you have, but I don't recall a 1 year turnaround like that.
I mean, I did take out the Super Bowl, but the year before we did go like 1-15. Jimmy
Yeah,
Johnson,
I mean, yeah, if
that,
you count the
yeah.
'90s Cowboys, then you clearly beat most people. Like I can't compare. But if you count past, are you going to the '70s Cowboys or something, or like if you counted like
I'm
2000 Cowboys?
2000s, 2000s to 2010s.
I mean, you had some rough years in the beginning, and then you got Tony Romo undrafted. That was good, and then you made some good decisions, but you like it's kind of like you had Jason Garrett for almost 10 years, and then I don't know. It's just like
I mean,
I
the
don't trust
coach,
him anymore.
yeah, but I would say there's no better team than the Cowboys when it comes to drafting.
What are the Vikings' chances this year? Man, man, man. Who's the starter? Is it Sam Darnold?
Yeah, Sam Darnold, and then we should be
JJ.
seeing, yeah. Well, not AJ
Man,
McCarthy. What's JJ McCarthy? Yeah,
that's like 6 wins. I don't know. You might have 6, 7 wins, man. I'll give it to
he said. He said, "Put that comment up." He said,
we
I
fishing by December.
No, go
So
back.
much
Go
time.
hold on. Go back to John's comment, bro. This is John said he liked Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore, in my opinion, you're gonna see with the Eagles. He runs the stupidest offense ever. He has. Let me give you the basis of his philosophy. everything is an option route.
Mm.
Like it's an option route on every route. That is the dumbest thing you could ever do in the NFL because everyone knows, especially when playing football one on one, in order for somebody to play in anything you do, in order for you to get the best production out of you at work, we cannot have you thinking. Why? When you're thinking, you're not worried about going full speed in the direction you do. That's what Kellen Moore created. And I can point to one game where it was an interception by Dak, and it was such a bad concept because he was running. It was running a post, but at the top of the route, it could either like turn into a fade or a corner route or a fade, and based on the safety's position. And the safety went one way, Dak was thinking one thing, CD was thinking another thing, and it was a bad interception. And everyone's gonna blame Dak, but I blame stupid, the stupid philosophy of Kellen Moore. Why would you make that a option route? In my opinion, and you just run at the sticks. Kellen Moore sucked. He may have number one offenses. Everyone can attest to that. I'm over that number one offense thing because when it comes to the playoffs, are they gonna show up? No. Everything is not in. Only thing's gonna show up is probably, in my opinion, is the number one defense, not the number one offense. Like, because you can easily get taken out. But he said, "Poor Jefferson." Yeah, I mean, but he getting, like I said,
he getting money though.
He getting his money though. He's getting his money.
He getting money.
He getting his what 35? But yeah. Back to what I was saying.
Before you make sure to like this video, make sure to like this and subscribe. Very important. If you here, show this some love.
We appreciate
trying something new. We trying something new. We on the streams feed. So hey, make sure if you want more content like this, we can do this weekly. We can do this bi-weekly. We do it however you feeling. Wherever the demand is, we'll give it to you. So make sure to like this. But go ahead, Lewis.
So I would argue, well, what I was saying, there's no better team in the NFL that's better than drafting than the Cowboys.
About San Francisco.
They draft horrible.
They got Mr. Irrelevant in the seventh. Like, and
that's literally pure luck. They got them. They got him with. But they've done that like once. What about when they had the number 3 pick and they drafted Trey Lance in the same draft?
That's they one bad, but like, okay, Fred Warner, what was that, like a 3rd round pick or something?
That was first round.
He was first round?
Yeah, I swear. Because he was mad that we passed up on him, the Cowboys. That's why he always go hard versus the Cowboys, because we passed on them.
Was he really? Let me see. I gotta see that. But they have some. What about that? Who's that? I forgot the receiver name.
Ayuk.
Receiver. What was he?
Debo?
Yeah, and Fred Warner, he 3rd round, pick 70, 2018.
3rd round.
Yeah, they know what they doing. What's my man? John Lynch? Was he Brandon Ayuk? He was drafted. Okay, no, he was 1st round pick. Okay, but Debo Samuel. When was he drafted? Let's look. These people are young, man. They like my age. That's crazy. Yeah, they draft 2nd, 3rd rounders. I actually trust San Francisco. Really, really do.
But they don't. It's not their. They have better front office. Yeah, it's not their drafting. I mean, the difference is they go in on years. Like they'll go trade for actual players. He was using cash for tissues.
Yeah, Rich. Tell me, who got better? Who better at drafting? I think you just answered, but just to clarify, who better at drafting, the Niners or the Cowboys? And just clarify that you picked the Niners. I just need that clarification.
No, he says
they got lucky. He said he got lucky.
He called him Niñera.
Okay, so who's the best player? Okay, Micah Parsons. What's the best value pick you've had? You think?
Like highest?
Yeah, like somebody you drafted 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and turned out to be a really good player. Yeah, but that's like
Dak is 4th round. Give us let's go back. Tony Romo was undrafted.
Yeah. Is there anyone?
Brandon Aubrey was XFL. I'm telling you, I'm not lying when they say they can find some stars. The problem is they can't. We need them to push the boundary and
there you go.
Build around it.
Yeah, he said Cowboys definitely. Okay, well, give me someone in the last 5 years.
Trayvon Diggs was round 2, I believe. 2.
Okay, that's a good one. What about what's the other corner who get a lot of interceptions?
Deron Bland was 5 or 6, round 5.
Yeah, I'll tell you this though, y'all got corners. Y'all corners, they are good at getting picks. They're like whoever your DB coach, you know how to, you know what you're doing because they
Yeah,
really good at that.
I want need to get a
Now
promotion. Shout out to him though, because he's been there for like
he
a long time.
he didn't help me. I tell you, he didn't help me when in fantasy when that man, what's my man name? That receiver DK Metcalf ripped into him. That did not help me at all. That was
Well, I thought
destruction.
DK destroyed us. What was it, DK?
Yeah, he just and I was facing the guy who had DK, and that made me very sad. But yeah, he broke the interception record. Y'all get the DBs right though. Y'all draft DBs and develop DBs very well. So
Offensive lineman, man, we hit every time. I mean, Tyler Guyton, but we got Tyler Smith with the last pick. He was a first team All Pro Bowler like last year.
I tell you, y'all are better. I'm gonna say y'all are better drafters than we are. But I'd say our last year draft, if we not the last one we just had, but the 2023 draft, that draft,
Yo, we
if
suck.
they keep doing that, if they keep doing that for like us, if we keep doing that, because compare, you said y'all didn't have the best draft, but if we keep having a draft like that, then we'll
I'm
catch
just
up in
saying,
that
like I
because
said, we
that
have a better
draft.
front office because just tenure of guys. Like you, I'm going to 2000s, 2010s to now. We
If
had
you
a
look out at
squad. I
yeah,
mean,
of course.
before the Romo era, you know. Then we got Romo. I think we had Witten as well. Dez. Those are, you ain't gonna better get me like what pick they were. I know Romo was undrafted. Witten,
I think Dez was first round though.
Tony Pollard was a value pick. You're right. I forgot what round he was. Dez was first round because of Oklahoma State. Um,
Our best value pick.
Sean Lee,
I'm trying to think.
Andre. Well, what was Andre
Andre what?
Johnson? I mean,
Oh, he first round, third overall. No, he was supposed to be who
oh
he
no,
was.
no, no.
He was supposed to be a Hall of Famer. Our
JJ.
biggest JJ first round, 11 overall. He was supposed to. They were booing. That's kind of a value in the sense that he should have probably been top three. But people were, we booed him too. I didn't boo him, but the Texas fans booing him. They didn't know. They wanted Alden Smith. That's what they wanted. But Alden Smith, I mean, he had a good rookie year, but after
Yeah,
that,
and then oh my god,
yeah,
we
he
had him
dropped.
for. I remember him. We had him. We should have kept him as a DM, but that's another character. For
Yeah,
another day. And
he
then
has
we
some
do.
has some
It was a
problems.
point we love to get those guys who get in trouble. Not the
Greg
irreplaceable
Hardy,
damage,
right?
type of trouble. And we come in. They used to call it like as soon as somebody have like a case. Oh, it was a joke with the Cowboy. Like, oh, there's the Cowboy starter right there.
I
Like,
think he was trying to. I think y'all trying to follow like that Charles Haley type of like Charles Haley. He wasn't doing stuff as bad as Greg Hardy, but he was like San Francisco wanted to get rid of him because he was doing a lot,
yeah,
and then he went to y'all
the
and helped
waivers.
y'all. So,
You know what I'm saying? So
so y'all wanted to follow that.
we do enough to stay relevant. That's why I said we.
No, the one person that you should have drafted who had problems that you didn't draft, and obviously this is in the '90s because y'all were fall after Jerry Jones, or not Jerry Jones, what's my man name? Jimmy Johnson? After he left, and when things went downhill, y'all should have definitely drafted Randy Moss. Like Randy Moss was the guy to draft. But then when you didn't draft him, he made sure to remember that. Thanksgiving Day he cooked y'all some crazy song.
Three
That's
for
the first thing.
135. Was it? I think it was like 3 for 130.
Three
Three
touchdowns,
catches.
3 catches.
Yeah, yep. 3 catches, 3 touchdowns. One, man, he cooked us. Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's the guy you should have taken that chance on. He took a chance, Charles Haley. But yeah, I'd say if you're talking the whole 2000s, 2010s, 2020, like, yeah, I'd say you like I've missed out on many players. We usually draft well in the first, and then after that, it's kind of shaky. The last couple years, we've drafted pretty good value picks, and Tank Dell right now is a dope at value pick, fourth round, third round pick, and he honestly could have been a first team all rookie if he didn't break his leg. So we drafted in good, past couple years. We just got to keep up we just got off that Bill O'Brien stench. So, it's not going to be a jump and, the quick jump. We got to get out of that stench. But I think, I think took a couple years, but we looking good.
He did.
He did one
Luckily,
draft. He
I
did.
think
That's tough.
somebody overturned him and got that. That was a Zach Martin draft because I
That's
definitely would have
good.
smacked his old head on it, like
Because,
gave him a
wow.
little like, come on, now, what are you thinking? Because that would have been a terrible pick.
They wanted us to draft him, too. That was like, I think Deion Sanders, he was like, you got to put butts in seats. I said, boy, that's not going to be putting seats in football. I am not trying to. Like, bro, I was like, that's not the purpose. The purpose is to put good players. We got Clowney, who obviously should have been. He was cool, but he wasn't. Aaron Donald was drafted later in the draft. That's definitely. If they gave me that, if they told me Jesse a all-time defensive player is drafted in this draft, you like okay, Clowney, right? Yeah. That'd be somebody else.
Oh wow.
Is Dallas weak for trading Lamb? If they trade Pollard, Lamb, and get Zeke back, I think Jerry just might be worse off than Biden. I ain't gonna even get into that, but yeah,
look. I'm gonna calm it down, bro. Look, y'all got to think about it. This is the whole mantra of the Jones family. How they make their money. The main money is to stay relevant and to do something at that dumb. They will be relevant for like the year and a half, and then after that, when we're like so bad, like we can't be shown on TV anymore, like that's when they will decline. So, I mean, they do this. This is what the Cowboys do. They make it. They make it. They don't want to. They're stingy with the money. They never want to pay guys. They're gonna pay guys. They're gonna pay them. They're definitely gonna pay CD first because CD said he's not coming to camp, and that's gonna affect the team. They're gonna and then Pollard. They didn't trade. We traded. We didn't. We let Pollard walk, and Zeke. But we're gonna. I think we're gonna pay CD. We're gonna pay Dak, and then we're gonna pay Micah. They're gonna keep all these guys. These are their money. These are their money makers. They want to keep us happy and keep going to that expensive stadium. They better do the smart things.
I think y'all like the Lakers. Y'all gonna go regardless, no matter who employed. Y'all going regardless.
No, like with these big teams, like okay, the Knicks, they're outlier because they do dumb shit all the time. But the Jones family, they're smart with their they know their money. They know like we gonna if they do that dumbass trade, that wild trade, no one's gonna talk about them, and the money stops. The Cowboy brand stops. Like, and what was the point? Because I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna be a Cowboys fan, but I'm definitely not gonna turn them on if I don't see them. If I see Cooper Rush going out there, if I see
it was dope.
I mean, I'm not. This is no. I'm not gonna pop. But like, did you watch the game? Did you watch the games with who's the backup quarterback you got right now?
Oh, Case Keenum, or
Case Keenum going out there and he's throwing it to not Case Keenum. Who was the guy you hate?
Davis Mills,
and he's throwing to who's the receiver you got from us?
Noah Brown.
What if that's his number one? And that's y'all got to work. Are you turning on the game?
You know, funny. I went to the game. All our players. Remember
right.
The Jets got hurt. I mean, we played. Jets got hurt. And I went to that game. Everybody, Case Keenum, Davis Mills throwing it to Noah Brown. I was like, this is a dumb existence. Like, we can't do nothing here. Let me see. My man is a Bears fan.
Ooh.
I'm a Bears fan, and I've been out for a few months and saw something about this with Dallas and was like, what?
Yeah. So you see how they got you? They got you with the like what? That's what those main media wants to do because the Jerry will give them click and run with it, and the Dallas Cowboys name is just tearing up the internet for yeah.
Hey, babe, Drake Smith. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Loose Takes, and or if you're on JM Sports Factory, whichever you're on, like subscribe to. We gonna put this out, and we play y'all in week 2. So
we may even watch that game. I ain't gonna lie because
we gonna stream that game.
Yeah, your boy John, he's a known hater of Caleb Williams, and I'm very excited to see y'all this year, Bears. I'm very happy because it's been very gloomy around the Chicago area for a long time when it comes to quarterback. I'm talking about going back.
I'm talking about before time. I'm talking before Joe Biden existed. Type be like that's how long. Like
it's been gloomy for a long time. So I'm so excited, and then they surrounding him with talent. Yeah, but
he be hyping up Noah Brown. But Noah Brown had good games, but he be hyping Noah Brown like it's just like he hyped up old boy. Was it Singletary? He hyped Singletary. These are good players, but they're not like I can't do that. Yeah, I can't like that can't be my Joe Mixon and those are upgrades. Take them upgrades. But Noah Brown, Davis Mills, Noah Brown, that was cooked. The Cleveland defense destroyed that. When we readjusted, got CJ Stroud and Nico Collins. What happened in the playoffs? See the adjustment that's made. We got our players. And there you go. But
Eastside Hero, the two Lose Takes is one channel, and then JM Sports Factory, and then Drake Smith. He said we'll see with Swift and Caleb. No, I'm lower your expectations with Swift. I think he's one of the most overrated running backs in the league because the one skill I want from running backs he sucks at, and that's vision. That's why if you look at the Eagles. They got rid of him. They had the best O line, and he should have had way more playing time because he was clearly the best running back. But he was just his vision is so bad. He will break one run, and that'll be it. Yeah,
Yeah. I saw that. I saw a clip of that. I had Swift on fantasy. That's how I know a lot of these players. And Swift, he had that one game. I think he had a good game against the Vikings. After that, it was rough. I was like, he run into people's backs. I said, tough. I ain't never gonna win. I lost 5 straight in fantasy because of him. Many reasons actually, but he was a big reason. It was tough. But for everyone, make sure to sub to Jam Sports Factory and Loose Takes. Like I said, we gonna keep doing this as long as you demand for it. We're gonna be here and talk in the chat. We're gonna interact with everybody in the chat. If your favorite team, tell me who your favorite team is. We'll talk about them. It's just not Texas Cowboys is the main thing, but if you are a fan of another team, we will talk about you. Positively or negatively, we'll see. But
yeah, we play you more. You say we gotta play you, so you're gonna be one of our talking points for each other. You're gonna be. He's gonna find another Texas channel. So there you go. He one of my subscribers. That's why he be talking. He be talking hella mess every time I drop a Cowboys video.
Hey, come to my channel, bro. We gotta put more Texan content out, bro. Come to my channel. We'll talk about everything, but we gonna get this Texan content, bro. Bears have been great since the mid '80s. No, they had that one they had one moment. They went to the NFC Championship twice. They had a great defense in the 2000s, like a great Brian Urlacher.
Weren't they good with the Devin Hester era?
Yeah, that great defense.
Yeah, so
and great special teams. Bad quarterback. Was Rex Grossman.
Yeah,
but you had an elite defense and an
you had that 1
elite
year. What they do
special
versus
teams
Khalil?
team.
Was it Khalil Mack?
Then yeah, Mitch Trubisky and Khalil Mack. Yeah.
You gotta check out our video, Drake Smith. We did a breakdown. What was the records we said?
I said no. You said you gonna have better. You'd be like, I think you'd be like 12-5, and I'm like 11.
No, I said we're gonna regress to like 11, maybe 10, 11 games we win.
Yeah, 11.
And you said you're gonna. Yeah, you said you're gonna be 13-4, right?
No, I literally said 11 wins. You go look at that. I literally said 11 wins. I am not.
Yeah,
that's gonna be hard in the. That's gonna be hard in the most.
Go on my channel. I think I have that video of us going. That was like one of the I would say the prequels to the show right here. Now it's a live show. We did a video.
Yeah, look at that. That's so beautiful. The prequel, we got that's hilarious. We got the prequel now. We got the sitcom is greenlit
trilogy. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. What is it? Big check down for Williams. Okay, Bears haven't made 86.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah,
it's been
since 85 Super Bowl. Yeah, they won Super Bowl in 06. Y'all just lost because Peyton Manning had to get his plot off. But yeah, the Chicago, y'all should be dope. Probably win like 9 games. I think we play out week 2, and I'm gonna stream that. We play out in the Hall of Fame game. We play out a lot. So you should subscribe to JM Sports Factory so you can see us talking about you, because we're gonna talk about you a lot. And then if John come on there,
it's gonna be clips. I'm telling you, I am because look, I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. John doesn't believe in Caleb Williams, and he doesn't like how they did Justin Fields, like how he believes y'all should have kept Justin Fields for $30 million, which is crazy.
That was a crazy
instead of drafting, a guy who he ain't proven, but you're going off potential when you've been seeing what one guy's been doing for 4 years. Yes, they did him wrong with the talent around him, but that's just insane. Like
he said he good now. I like the Bears move. I think they'll be decent.
No, don't trust that. Don't not trust it. I can tell by the way he writes like he's being casual.
Hey, look, I know you don't count that. But I'll tell you this: Devin Hester at that kickoff touchdown in the first play. I know Chicago fans were getting lit. They're like, "Oh my!" But like I said, Peyton Manning, he's not gonna lose to no Chicago Bears. That Rex Grossman team, he won't about to lose. Like that. That's how I know plot. That just don't sound right. You see what I'm saying? That don't sound right. Like
I mean, at one point, it didn't sound right of New York Giants beating Tom Brady, but
no, but that works better because that underdog plot hits like crack. The Bears beating like Peyton Manning just beat Tom Brady in an epic AFC Championship game. You think he's gonna lose to Chicago and like that's no. But the Giants they beat Tampa, they beat y'all, and they beat Green Bay. Hard schedule, and then they go face the Patriots, and this the New York Giants too. They names the Giants. Like it hit like crack. That is good plot. Eli Manning, you gonna be in the Hall of Fame for 2 moments. But they dope. They some dope moments though.
No, bro. But We're gonna chill on the chats. We're gonna do it right after this session. This right
Right.
here. This is the main topic of this show. As you know in the thumbnail, I said who has the strongest defense, who has the better defense, etc. Texas defense versus the Cowboys defense. But let's go over the weaknesses. What are your weaknesses that you see
Okay.
when you watch the Houston Texans?
Um, I'll tell you this though. The Texan defense, the weakness is the secondary, but you know, we made a lot of really good improvements in the offseason. Like because the pass rush was decent, but it wasn't nothing really. Like Will Anderson was good, but it wasn't like I wanted to get pressure with four. I wanted that type of thing because that's how I see like teams like San Francisco making it far, and that's how that Giants won that Super Bowl. Um, Daniil Hunter getting added to the team helps that a lot. So the front, like our front four, I think we had a guy Danico Autry. He's a really good player. So our front four look good. Our linebackers, Christian Harris, he's a guy that he's kind of like D'Amico Ryan's. Like D'Amico Ryan's was building up Fred Warner to be who he is. That's what D'Amico Ryan's project is, to build up Christian Harris. So I think he's doing it. He's gonna do a really good job there. He made some plays in that playoff game as well. So I think our linebacking core, we got the guy from Tennessee who was also in San Francisco. I
Mm,
forgot his name.
yeah, I'm blanking. Yeah, we
Yeah,
we said his name on the prequel
yeah.
show, but I know who you're talking about. Yes,
You
I know.
said you said a DT. The DT isn't the strongest part, but I think we have enough there that's not like going to kill us. The secondary is uncertain because we have a really good starting corner in Derek Stingley, and then we have I think Jeff Okuda after him. We
Mhm,
have like a couple other corners that are less proven. So I just got to see. And then Jimmy, and then the secondary like the safety. Justin Reed, not Justin Reed. I'm thinking like it's a 2019. What's my man Jalen Petrie? He's good, but he has some tackling issues, and then the other safety, blanking on his name. The guy who played in San Francisco as well. Forgot my man's name, but he injury prone out of his mind. That's probably why I forgot Jimmy Ward. Like he barely played, so that's why I forgot his name.
mhm.
So that if that is just uncertainty. Like there's talent back there. It's a good mix, and we just drafted that guy in the second round this year. So there's talent back there. It's just we got to see if that talent comes through, because having a bad secondary, it's rough. When you have a bad secondary, it's a tough existence. But
Mhm.
Stingley, you my guy though. You gotta be the guy.
Mhm.
Stingley, he balled ass off last year, especially in that like second half of the season, and in that last, he was the defensive player of the month in the month of December,
Mhm.
January. Interception, he was killing it. So I just need that progression to keep going.
Oh,
Yeah, Jimmy Ward.
when I look at y'all's defense, yes, that's
Mhm.
what immediately comes off the screen. The secondary, I think your secondary is your biggest weakness. In particular, your safeties, which is the back line help, the last line of defense, et cetera, et cetera. I got some film for you. I'm gonna show you. This is just a common thing I saw from your defense. You're very sturdy. But in the games, especially I saw when you lost, it'll be that one play, and it's always it's a deep pass, and it's always I can point to the safety, whether it be Jalen Petrie coming down missing a tackle. I thought the one game I really watched y'all was like versus the Browns. I think his last name is Thomas. I thought he was horrible. But yeah, it's just and they just get beat. Sometimes slow hips, the turning. That's what I saw when especially would you say that you lost you the game versus the Ravens? I know the Ravens just probably outmatched you. I think
Yeah,
I thought it was just up front. I think the Ravens just they was gonna run the
yeah.
ball. I think they just outmatched you. I'm not gonna use that, but I just during the season, if there's anything you need to shore up, you talking about the front line. Y'all make moves, so linebackers is still a question mark with that one move because y'all did get wiped completely. But I think the front you're gonna be able to rush for four. I think you are because the DN you got. But let me go back to the Cowboys before we go because I got them lined up back to back. What I
Mhm.
believe is our weakness is on defense, and it's been our weakness I think for the last 20 years.
The whole
We
defense. You said the yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
defending the run. We cannot stop the
Gotcha.
run and save my life, especially last year. And it's
Mhm.
that same archetype of running back. It's never the power back. It's never the balance back. It's that one cut speedy back. And you know what I'm talking about because Packers running back who because he just left. Who was the Packers running back last year? He has a field day every time he
Aaron
plays him.
Jones. Aaron
That
Jones.
Aaron Jones archetype gets us every time because we got smashed when we played the Bills. Who it's what's the name, brother?
Uh,
Um,
dang. Well, you know, it's
Dalvin Cook, brother, James Cook. He's that
yeah.
same archetype, that
I got
speedy.
good genes,
You,
man.
and I just we had I if you go to our JM Sports Factory, I went over how I hated that we had no mass or anything at the linebackers. They were 150 pounds, soaking wet. We had safeties playing linebacker, and then our DTs were just ass. And this year we did not fix that problem. I think we fixed the linebacker. I think I believe you like our corners. I think our linebacker is going to be the new strongest like unit we have on our defense, and that's saying a lot.
Mhm.
So what do you see when you see the Cowboys defense?
Well, yeah. I mean, I pay attention more to your secondary because your secondary is the one that like flashes when it comes
Yeah,
to making like timely interceptions. So that's what I see the most. And obviously, Micah Parsons is like he stands out immediately as well. The thing is, your defense is ranked like Dan Quinn. I know you don't like Dan Quinn, but I know Dan Quinn came on your team. It felt like your defense took that extra step forward because I know your defense is like it's very cyclical. There's moments where it's like it's your biggest weak point. Your offense carries, and then it comes up, and then your offense kind of like it was very cyclical. I think it was on the high. It was on the higher end of your cycle now. So, your defense coordinator now is what's his name? Who is that? Who's your DC?
Oh, DC. Oh, it's the previous Why am I blanking on this name? Remember the old
Zimmer?
Vikings? Mike Zimmer.
Mike Zimmer. Yeah, he was good for because I remember he helped Cincinnati's defense back in the day.
And he was
Um,
the Vikings defense when he was the head coach. You know that. You know what I'm saying? You remember those the Xavier Rhodes days? You remember the Everson
I
Griffin?
heard that in a while, man. Xavier Rhodes,
Yeah. Who was it?
man.
Harrison Smith, the safety.
How long
Uh,
he been on that team? I'm curious. He been on that
he's
team
been on the team for a
forever.
while. And it's
My God.
another safety who I thought didn't he leave at one point and go to the Rams, or that's somebody else who won the Super Bowl? You know what I'm talking about? And he joined.
No, I think it's Eric. You talking about Eric Weddle or something? I know he
Yes,
went to
Eric,
the
you're right.
Rams.
Eric Waddle. That was the story because he missed the entire year and then came and
Yeah,
joined them like right before the postseason, and then
yeah.
ended up like was a dog. But yeah, and then like the Eric Kendricks who we got on our defense
Mm.
now,
That's when
Anthony Barr. Remember that
my man
defense?
like he could, yeah. I remember with my man named Smitty. He when he was like, "That's the you going all in" was Eric Kendricks. I remember, but hey Smitty, you need to come on this, man. Let's go.
Yeah, where you at, Smitty? I'm
Yeah,
gonna cook your 49ers this year, but
yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
your defense is in it's that cyclical phase. I think y'all gonna be y'all be a solid defense. Y'all gonna give up. Y'all will have your run. Yeah, you giving up the run is definitely your biggest weakness that I've seen because Aaron Jones, he was running wild.
And
So
it's never good. I'm telling I know when I watch a game, I watch as a fan, but what I pay attention to, encourage y'all to do it. It's really just watch up front, like the initial, like is somebody getting moved, is a hole getting opened up. When you see that happening, that's when the tide in the game is starting to turn. That's like when y'all play the Ravens. It was close at one point. I think when y'all came back from the half, I was like, I texted in the group chat like, yeah, if y'all getting mauled up front, man. This game is over. This game is
yeah,
over.
but
Yeah.
the thing is that's one of them losses though. Like everyone, obviously, all of us lost in all of us in that podcast. We all took a hilarious or bad L. 'Cause, none of us are Super Bowl champs, but that was a loss that was the least hurtful. Like I wanted to win, but it was like, yeah, they're better. They're just a better team. We got a
Yeah.
lot of money. We need to, make some moves so we can be just as good as them one day. But they're just better. Like they're the one seed. They won 14 games. Like they're here for a reason.
Their defense was the number one.
And their defense.
Yeah, like they had the number one pass defense. I think they may take a step back this year. I'm talking just briefly with the
They,
Ravens because
they
they lost
lost their guy. They lost their guy. They DC.
just slightly, but I think Roquan Smith was the better one anyway. Is that who stayed?
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
They lost one of their linebackers too.
they
Yeah. Then
lost
they go
one
to. They
to
went
the
to. He went to Pittsburgh, right?
yeah. Was it
It's hilarious.
who went which one of them was it? It was
Man,
Roquan and then it's
was it? It's Patrick Queen, right? I think maybe it was
Patrick
Patrick.
Queen. Yeah, Roquan Smith is the
Queen.
better linebacker by far. By the way, Chicago, you should have never let him walk, but that's because he's a dog.
Hey, my man, my Chicago man. Hey, what you think about that Lovey Smith moment when he went for two changed your life and my life. You put a fist bump right there, bro. It changed your life and it changed my life. I got CJ, you get Caleb, and then Carolina got Bryce. We'll see how Bryce fares. I'm not gonna make fun of Bryce too much, but um, you could definitely say something about that because I am
Yeah,
interested. Um,
that's not.
oh no, that's more recent. Okay, but yeah, but yeah. So with your defense, it should be you probably be top 10. I think my defense has the potential to be top 5.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think it has potential. I don't know if it will be, but I think it has. Yeah, D'Amico Ryans, he coached well. He coached good defense. He get these boys up. So
Let's go
with
to
more
film.
talent.
Yeah, let's go to the
Let's
film.
get it. But okay, well, so what we gonna do? We gonna share the screen and we'll
Yeah,
break it down.
yeah.
Let's see
You
how
know
it
what I'm
looks.
saying?
Okay, let's see. So share my screen. Let me go to let's go to the beginning here, and let's see some film. You tell me when you need to pause or whatever. You tell me what you need, bro.
So here it is, right here. Remember this game? This is the Amari Cooper game.
Oh yeah, but that's the first. We played them. Yeah, like yeah, we
Yeah. Go back right here. I think y'all are. Do you know the read coverages?
no, you gotta do it. It's all you, bro. All
I,
you, bro.
everybody who don't know how to read it, let me show you how to read coverages. Okay, first of all, who tells the coverage is the safety. If it's two back and the same level, cover 2 and cover 4 looks the same. 2 and 4. If it's one safety back deep, it's either cover 1 or 3. Now they got in the NFL, they do like cover 6 and like I think cover 6 is the only other one. Or they did like a cover 2 match. That's based on the corner. How the difference is cover 2, it's all about the cornerback's eyes. You can tell when they're playing man. You can tell. Rather than I know a zone, so good corners they know how to like make it look like the same because they'll play like a zone match. So they'll be in the area, and once they read like the routes of what the wide receivers are running, they will immediately like stick on to the receiver. So right here, I believe is this the first play?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
This is 3, 1, 2, 3, 6,
teaches coach.
10. I'm trying to think. Is there another safety over there on the left side? But I think he's up close. But it looked like y'all in 4 and
Okay.
cover 2 and cover 4. As you know, is the safety. With the safeties being like the middle of the field is open, so the weaknesses is are posts, sometimes in routes. Cover 3, 1, the weaknesses are in the seams, out routes, because it's just some zones. So right here, I believe you're in 4 or somebody maybe a cover 2 match because this corner right here at the bottom of the screen. Who is that? Can you see that? No, you
Man, I'll
can't.
tell you, we were injured, bro. I can't. We were
Oh, you were
injured.
injured. You were injured. So they don't even know. But the
Yeah,
way that
they like Houston. So.
the way he got behind, you can go on and run the play. The way he got behind. Oh, it was a weird route, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like an eagle route. He just ran right there. That's on the corner. That's on the corner.
Yeah,
But
and
it's plays like this because if you go in the film, I promise you, every time the Browns got a deep pass, they scored on that. They scored on that drive because it was either they were like stalled out or like that was the momentum that got them. But in this game, the secondary definitely did get cooked, especially by Amari Cooper.
yeah, I mean, I was sitting, I was up there watching that whole thing. But yeah, I was just like the offense was so mediocre and awful that day. Like literally like the quickest 3 and outs. And I know the defense was also injured, but when you got all these 3 and outs, I know these boys ain't about to like it's hard to cover these people anyways. Now you gotta cover these people and you on the field every couple seconds. Like
Yeah.
it was, and trust me, I'm watching. It's 3 and out. Like you come in, it's 7:07 right now. It'd be 7:10 and the defense go back. Like it's literally take 3 minutes and the defense right back on there. It is the quickest, or it's an interception, or it's a fumble. Like it was a rough offensive showing. The offense didn't help them boys at all. But that was Amari Cooper cooked this.
I mean, you can keep playing it. Just I'm gonna tell you what the stock like. But I think it's the Browns again. Play action. Like right here. Oh my god. Like the safety. Who is that? Number 1. Who's
Jimmy
number
Ward.
1?
Jimmy
That's
Ward.
Jimmy Ward. Yeah, bro.
Jimmy Ward.
Yeah, bro. That post right there, he got behind him. And I think I wouldn't blame the corner because the corner, I think he was like, "Oh, you supposed to have that," like. But yeah, as you know, as I said, the safeties are y'all. I think is y'all weakest point at the moment. I don't know how y'all look today because y'all got a good corner. I don't know how State Lassiter, but
Yeah,
I think y'all lost this game as well. I think every game
that
I
was
put
an
on
annoying
here.
game. Yeah, that was an
Yeah.
annoying game. That game was so annoying because Desmond Ritter was that was such an annoying contest, man. Oh my gosh. Let's see.
See, I got it out of order, but this is the play that sealed the game right here. Do you remember this play when he did a deep ball to Drake
That's so
London?
annoying.
They got him in the field goal range.
So annoying. Yeah, such
Like
annoying horses, bro.
who,
Yeah.
who's on there?
Oh,
Oh
that's when he scored.
God.
That's when oh boy. Yeah, I think did he? No, he didn't score, but he was damn close.
Yeah, I put that play on there because, like you said, that's Jalen. Yep, I remember. That's Jalen Petrie.
Yeah, let me go back. Actually,
Yeah.
let me see Jalen. I got to look at Jalen. Shout out Jalen. Jalen, we.
You know what I'm saying. Baylor guy. I hate that but he's on the watch to get moves. Like he be missing a lot of tackles. I'm not even gonna cap to you.
Gotcha. Dang, this is annoying. Okay, keep going. We'll keep going.
No, Rich, you going crazy. So they got some bums off the street. Yep. See, this is it be the same plays. Y'all be in cover four, and they hit that deep out. Cooked, man. But I'm telling you, on that play, this play right here, I guarantee you, when you go watch this game back, they scored. They scored because this is the momentum they needed. The big plays y'all give up. If y'all want to be a top defense, y'all gotta take y'all definitely gonna have to.
We had good moments. I think we were more opportunistic. Like we were kind of in the bend but don't break, which is not bad for a defense that didn't have as much talent as in a like last year defense was cool, but it was like some of those people were they
y'all
were
got
like
better. So would you say you got better talent this year?
yeah, I think this year we added more talent, but last year we had talented players, but it was in some positions it was kind of like we'll see type of thing. But I think we had a bend but don't break type of mindset where we would get interceptions, we have fumbles. Because I remember in this game they scored like 21. Like there was a good chunk they weren't doing nothing, but
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
their secondary was really good. And it was kind of frustrating CJ in the game, but yeah, I mean we do. But when you have a bend but don't break type of mindset, then eventually
you're gonna break.
you'll break, right? Like the bending's gonna eventually break. So that cooked us eventually. But yeah, we'll keep going and seeing. Tyler what's my name? Algier?
Algier, yeah, Algier.
Algier. Oh, my Wi-Fi interesting. That they say, man, stop watching this.
No, they did not, bro. This is crazy.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna refresh. That's hilarious. They said stop watching this crap. I feel you. I'm watching it because he told me to. my losses
I'm just pointing
always
out
rough.
a theme. It's okay. Ours look bad as well. In my opinion, giving up run chunks is worse than giving up pass. I mean, a lot worse.
Yeah. Okay.
Just give me a little more. We can go to a different game.
Yeah, because that game terrible. That game was annoying. This is Anthony Richardson. I remember. Yeah, we lost to the Colts in week 2 because we were getting up. This was if you want to cook the defense, this is definitely the game because I know our defense was in this rookie second year he was just cooking us and it was like pissing me off. CJ played well as well in the game, but just not well enough. He played well with the last 3 quarters, I'd say. No, he played well the whole game. We just couldn't keep up with the Colts because Gardner Minshew came in because my man always getting injured. Gardner Minshew came in and it didn't stop. the onslaught didn't stop. I was like, dang, boy, what we doing? What's happening?
Are you legitimately afraid of the Colts this year?
What's up, man? No.
Why not? The Colts have a legit secret.
They good. I respect the Colts. If you're a Colts fan, hey, say what you want to say. I respect the Colts. I think the Colts will beat us one time. They probably will beat us week 1, honestly, just from the fact we beat them. You know what I'm saying? And they pissed because CJ said like he was talking trash about Indiana, like, but then he also gave Indiana some props. It was like a college environment. They were loud because I know he was saying Indiana not a good city. And I'm like, effort, let's go. We in here, let's get it. But they're gonna be respectable. They will compete with us, and they may compete with us to the end. But I don't know the talent we have right now. Like unless something stupid happens, which is very possible because it's the Texans and that's the plot. I think we definitely can beat the Colts when it matters. Like they could be as week one, but I think the next time we play them in Houston, I think we got that, and I think that's gonna be a more important win than the first one.
Mhm.
So that's my take. And Jackson Rose, I don't know who you've seen. If you've seen this on the Jam Sports Factory channel or on the Loose Takes channel, subscribe to both. We subscribe to both. A lot of content coming soon in the NFL, and it's gonna
Like and
be
subscribe, hit that bell. We're gonna be trying to do this maybe weekly, bi-weekly. We're gonna definitely ramp up when it's preseason or even camp. We're gonna be here with the latest news, going at each other because the Texans suck.
he lying though. That thing he lying too because I finished. No, but he said that and they listen and they cook him in, so it's fun. This man he asking you a question: are the Cowboys cooked this season?
I need more. Give me a reason why you believe we're cooked.
Nah,
I
see, I
think
was about to
we're gonna
my bad.
aggress. You said no, the Colts will struggle. Uncle Rico gone. You talking about Minshew?
Yeah,
No, but
nah,
they still got a solid squad. If Anthony Richardson can stay healthy, that is a
that's
very
the if
dangerous.
though. Big if,
That's a very dangerous team. You
and that's a
forget
very big if.
who was his coach. His coach is the reason why Jalen Hurts had a good season last year.
And didn't he say that it's easier? Maybe I got this context wrong, but I think he said it's easier. The NFL is easier than college. He says
Yeah.
something like that, and that is wonderful for him to say. Cause I want these people; they're gonna be hitting the glug out of him. You say something like that because it's clearly not. I don't know why he said that,
I
but
forgot they got Taylor, Jonathan
I think
Taylor. I forgot they got
yeah,
him.
dang,
See,
look, and he played well in that last game. They still lost. We had Nico Collins. He had 189.
who,
And it's
who
fine though.
who did they draft? And did they get Remember they got a receiver, right? Did they get the Texas receiver?
Nah, that was
AD
Kansas.
Mitchell?
No, okay, actually, I don't know. Maybe they probably
Yeah.
did.
Oh, you thought the Chiefs was Xavier Worthy? Yeah.
Nah.
I think
Let's
they
see.
got Donnie Mitchell. I think they did. See, so like, and they already got Michael Pittman, and like,
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
who's the tight end?
They receiving core and tight end can't dream to be better than mine. It don't matter who you tell me. They can't dream to be better. My fourth string is like Robert Woods. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a bad fourth string. I got
Don't
Tank,
sleep.
Nico, and Stephon Diggs, bro. Like
Don't
I-
don't. All I gotta say is don't sleep.
they
Don't
gonna be
sleep.
they'll be a good receiving core, I bet.
Mhm.
But there's ifs to their existence, just like there may be ifs to me. There's a big if, and that's their quarterback staying healthy. Because Gardner Minshew was a really good backup
Who
quarterback.
was they back up now? Actually, did they
He's
get?
not gonna be
No,
the
I'm
same.
blank. I was gonna say Jacoby Brissett, but you can keep going on. That's all right. It's all good.
I'm not like the Colts. Y'all gonna be good. I think y'all gonna be good. I'm not scared. The only team like not scared. I'm not scared of nobody. But there's the only team I'm like, ooh, I need to. It's the
Tennessee.
Chiefs. Like, nah, I ain't scared of Tennessee. It's the Chiefs and the Ravens. The only teams I'm kind of like when we play them. I'm like, oh,
There ain't nobody in the division. Y'all better win a division this year.
I mean, that's the
Comfortably. Y'all should be clear and above.
I'm not gonna say comfortable. I say maybe we can do it by like 2 games. That'll be
Oh
more.
my
That'll be optimistic.
god, no.
I ain't gonna like delays like that. Like if I win 11, 12 games, I think someone in the division can make the playoffs with me. I think our division's pretty good. I'm not gonna sleep on our division. I just think we got a lot of really good improvements. But I think like Jacksonville, they had a down season, even though they were supposed to really have a good season. They started really good and fell off a freaking cliff. But I think they can win 10 games. I think the Colts can win 9, 10 games. Like in this Tennessee, they have to show me. Y'all gonna have to show me, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all got some pickups, but I gotta see that. The quarterbacks will matter. I gotta see him. I gotta see what's up with him. You got to shout out.
Yo. I did Jeremiah. That's all. Yeah. Texas on AFC South. That's a pretty. Hey, it's okay.
He's setting up the
okay.
demise. He wants us to have demise so bad.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm just.
He wants that demise so bad. Anthony Richardson, yeah, I don't know. They were cooking us with these.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me actually examine this. What was he doing? Let's see. This is a bad tackle. Are we not tackling here? Like, let me examine what went wrong here. Okay, yeah. So tackling, we could say there. Okay. Let's see what went wrong here. Let me look. Because I'm curious. I remember that play too. That pissed me off. I think. Oh no, he fumbled, but no, it went out of bounds. That's what
It
pissed
went
me
out of
off.
bounds.
Yeah, because we didn't get that. That's what pissed me off. It went out of bounds. Oh, this game was lit. I'm happy. This game lit. It's a good thing you put that. I'm fine. We. This was a game where it was like, hey, we're here. Like we beat because the Bengals. You people gonna talk about the Bengals record at the end of the season, but to this point they were lit and they beat San Francisco too. So they were lit and we in Cincinnati. So I'm thinking, hey, I just want to be competitive. We beat them boys in Cincinnati to almost choke the game. We almost choked that game. But CJ, he got the ball at the end, and when CJ hit, we got the game winner with the backup kicker. I said, no, he got some in his veins that hey, that's something. That's we got something. We'll see if it translates against the Mr. Plot, but he got something. I know he's a bit Trevor generation. I know that's what he really, that's what he
New
like to cook
era
the
was
most. CJ
okay.
Stroud, that boy Bell gonna be a problem next year though. Nico Collins a dog also. Oh, Dell, I meant, but I mean Dell, but yeah, I was thinking Le'Veon Bell when he said that. I was like, but yeah, Tank, yeah, Tank Dell, he gonna be a problem, man. Hey, we got something. We'll see. We'll see. If we stay healthy. I think that's the key. We stay healthy, and CJ doesn't regress, and then we'll be fine. But yeah, this was a dope game. I know we gave a touchdown, but it's fine. Oh, so this is where you come in. So this is where you get to
Yeah, man.
tell me now. This game, that's the run defense. The run defense was awful. But
Laughing at my pain. Yes, we got
Yeah, go
stumped
ahead.
this game. Look at this right here, man. Oh my God,
I think
J-Ron
Josh Allen
Curse.
like
Oh my God, please. Oh my God, please get off my team. J-Ron Curse, please get off my team. Get off my team. Get off my team. Get off my team. I swear to God.
Allen had like 90 passing yards in this game. So like he did not do
He
nothing.
was like he was chilling. It was it was the run. It was the run game. You know what? It was games like this. It was a symptom of like a bigger sickness, and it was still we still couldn't stop the run, and it showed up. We're gonna, I ain't gonna mention that game. I'm just gonna let it show. Look, I'm not even gonna. Oh my God, like his fool's going crazy, like, like going crazy versus the defense linebackers. Damone Clark, yeah, that boy. I don't know if he got. They said is he starting? I think he's starting at the Will or the Sam. Yeah, but he's no longer the Mike. Oh my God,
I know this is a good one. You can't get me doodle.
He celebrating a little too hard. It's crazy. A little too hard, man. This is crazy.
All right, James. Let's see what we do. Ooh, look. Okay, that was cool.
But it's still a 5-yard game. Like that.
Yeah.
I don't like in 3 and under because 2 5-yard games was the first down. D tackles getting washed. Who is that? Oh, yeah, that was Stephon Gilmore. Your age show right there.
Yeah, Stephon Gilmore, he wasn't good for y'all last year. That was funny. He wasn't what y'all thought.
Look at that power.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
Yards,
oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Hey, but you a little too loud. It's okay.
This game was a funny game for me. I'm sorry. And Casey was so happy when Casey's very. Oh, they say we can't watch this. Oh no, they said no. F that's the Cowboys. Okay.
Okay. This is. I did not. I thought I cut all of this. It's crazy.
No, you make sure they knew. You make sure he knew. Dang. James, what's he? I forgot who's on fantasy, but I need to pick up James Cook. I'm curious.
He didn't do very good in the season though. But, I mean, he was okay, but he wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, like out of this world.
You looking like all pro right here.
It's the archetype. I'm telling you, it's the archetype. We didn't even get to the oh my god, the Packers game. I think that's coming up.
Oh, you actually had that because that's
skip ahead because I'm tired of it. Boy.
And I feel you. That'd be a rough watch. So there you go, Aaron Jones.
Oh god, let's get this over with. Get it over with. 15 yards. Everyone be blaming Dak on this game, but I'm telling you, the defense was terrible. Terrible. Oh my God, go back. Look. That's an all pro back there. What he doing? Look on the left side.
Oh yeah, he
gets cut, man. Look.
Damone
Clark barely on the damn play.
Like if a team running like gashing you on a run, that must be tough on. Like if you're a defensive player, that must be just
at the mercy and will of that team. Like it's nothing you can really do. It's really nothing you can really do, bro. Like nothing you can really do. But
That was
So
interesting.
who will be the stronger defense?
Your problem and my problem are both like two of the biggest problems you don't want. But I think I think we've I don't know. I feel like we can if we can get pressure with four, that helps the secondary a lot. And we added some talent back there. It's uncertainty. I don't know what you've done. Maybe you have done something. I don't know what you did
Ooh.
to stop that. but if you haven't, then that's gonna be a rough year for you. Yo, man, what's up, man? Hey, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We can put more content like this for you guys. So, Texans versus Cowboys, obviously, is gonna be a lit time because we play each other this season. So, hey, and also one thing I asked for y'all in the chat, comment your team. What's your favorite team? If you a Cowboy, Texan, Chicago, Minnesota, comment your team. We'll talk about you, man. We'll give you some love and shout you out. But yeah, go ahead, Lewis.
um,
You said who the best? Who gonna be the better?
you said we
I
haven't
mean,
did
it's
anything.
up. I mean, what have you done to fix that situation?
D tackles is looking atrocious. We let go of I'm blanking
Oh
on
yeah,
his name, but he was our best D tackle, and now we were relying on Mozzie Smith. Okay, the ends still good, but the linebackers will be we've done something. Eric Kendricks is a solid middle linebacker. He's not who I'm talking about. Like who's going to change this defense? It's everyone else. We got Demarion Overshown coming back. He was a standout guy last year. And I encourage Cowboys fans to watch the preseason this year. He's wearing Michael Gallup's number, so he just changed his number again. He's number 13. He was number 0 like last 2 years at Texas, Agent Zero. So watch him. Maris Laufu, who we just got from Notre Dame. I think he's going to be a dog as well. And now Damone Clark can go and move back over to his rifle position. The secondary, it's always been a strength of ours. We're getting Trayvon Diggs back. We're getting, Deron Bland, Jordan Lewis. Deron Bland, I need you to improve because you're good at getting interceptions, but it's that same archetype of receiver that dig dog you out. It was that DK Metcalf type. Trayvon
cook me, bro.
Diggs. You're coming off the ACL, so I need you to hurry up and get back to your normal shape because there's a difference between rehabbing over the summer and training to get better over the summer. So there's going to be a learning curve with that and ACLs. Yeah. Our safeties. Yeah, Malik Hooker over here beefing with Michael Parsons.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's hilarious.
it's crazy. I don't know why he's going off on him. I'm just y'all all look bad in that Packers game, so no one needs to be talking, in my opinion. J. Ron Curse, count your days, brother. Count your days. I think number 14, Marquise Bell, who's at linebacker, he's gonna be a better safety than you. He's gonna be our new safety. He's gonna do great at that safety. As you know, Mike Zimmer, he likes to cover. He likes to protect the run enough so he can force the defense into passing. Dan Quinn was just going to play pass defense regardless. I mean, I don't want to say completely he didn't give a care about the run, but I mean, it was the same theme every time he was here. I mean, he had great defenses, top 5, top 10, but they couldn't stop the run every year. Like it's the same thing. And when fundamentally you're not good, and don't get me started in that last game. He didn't even try. So yeah, I mean, but I believe we would still be the better defense. We just have more stars, more cohesion. We draft well. So you're going to see a lot of our draft picks. It's just our D tackles. It's going to look atrocious, but they should make a move in these OTAs. So
I'm obviously gonna say me. I'm gonna say me. D'Amico, a hell of a defensive coach, and I think our front's gonna be epic. I think the uncertainty we have back there, I think it'll be. I know D'Amico. There's enough talent where I know D'Amico can really make it work. And then the linebackers, there's a little bit, not as much, but I think Christian Harris is gonna have a breakout year. I really do. So I'm gonna put like we supposed to be now. The only reason I'll tell you this, Lewis. If you have a better defense than me, that's because the teams I'm playing are strong.
no.
No. And I'm telling you, no, you gotta figure, you gotta look at it, and you gotta really know. Because if I'm facing, I don't know who y'all facing, but I'm facing the Chiefs and the Ravens and all these teams. I'm telling you, like, the strength, we gotta do the DVOA. Remember, I showed you that metric, which actually told
Yeah, I get it.
Baltimore
I
was
know.
number one. strength of schedule and this and that. And when you put that in the account, we'll see who got the better defense. I'm not gonna just look at defensive ranks because you gotta add context to a lot of things. So you
If
gotta
you have
add
a better
that.
defense than us and you're projecting you have a better offense than us, y'all better be.
You know, we're gonna win. I tell you, 11. It should be 11 to 12. The schedule hard. It's a hard schedule. Only people like 2 people got more harder schedules than me. In AFC North, I think it's Baltimore and Cleveland. Our schedule is hard. So if we had an easier schedule, I think we freaking run the world. But schedule hard, so we gotta buck up. That's why I need talent like this because we gonna have some losses that's gonna suck because we facing some dogs 1 week, then the next week ain't no break. And then our bye is week 13. I mean, you're gonna be in this freaking grindhouse for 12 straight weeks. Like it ain't gonna be easy. So gonna be some slip ups in the season. I expect there might be a 2-game losing streak. There gonna be some slip ups. There's gonna be a rough patch, but I think we won 11, 12 games, and I think we'll make the playoffs. Hopefully, make a conference championship for the first time. That's the goal.
I'll just get there. So my
That's
Mavericks can't just get there to the finals, but y'all can just get to the contention.
See, but you have different metrics than me. I go by your metric of success for you, but for me, my metric of success is improvement, and I'm just trying to get to that next step. I just use your metric against you, but for me, I got a completely different metric. So
Man, say so we got any new chats before we get out of here?
now we have no new chats, but I do want to shout out to everyone who showed up here. Make sure to like. We'll do more of these. I think this is very fun, Lewis. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
This portrait mode, and I think we got some good. I think we have some pretty good engagement here. So everyone who's here, Rich, shout out to you. M, he cooked the Cowboys. It's your friend right here, right? This is your friend right here. So, shout out to him. Eastside Hero, shout out to you. Everyone on Twitch, Drake Smith, Chicago Bears fan. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because we're gonna be talking about them Bears. The Bears. We're gonna talk about you. So everyone who's on here, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to follow Twitch, subscribe to the channel, and hey, should be a fun season. If you come to my channel, Houston Texan content coming soon. The OTAs, training camp has already happened. Training camps happening. So with training camps happening, I'm gonna have all the updates on that because we're actually good. Last year I didn't do that because I didn't care. Like we're not gonna be that good, right? But this year we're supposed to be good. So I'm on it with that type of content. And Lewis, you go ahead and say what you gotta say before we head up.
We just gotta chat. A little wild chat, eh?
We're going to playoffs. We'll make it to front of the playoffs. I hear people say Dak's regular season here on playoff bump. So this is true. Hey, for you, man. Hey, his playoff. I don't know. I forgot his playoff record. I don't even know his playoff record.
See, so this is why y'all hate to bring this up because, and I'm gonna react to this video. Beautiful video about Cam Newton. You're back on my Cowboy good side because he explained it to you. he went over the list of top 10 quarterbacks, and everyone gets mad on how much money Dak should make. But on everyone on that list, there's only one champion. One champion on that list, and there's only one guy with a really good playoff record. So you got fed that toxic energy by ESPN, Fox, and all that because they just pushing. It's all about the quarterback, and you're just leaving out the context. Yes, Dak has underperformed, but you know what? Jerry Jones has not done a good job of surrounding Dak with talent like Brock Purdy is with the 49ers. The teams he has had, the defenses he has had, and the weapons he have had. I'm just gonna say this: like he has a foot to blame in his previous loss versus the Packers, but the big slice of the pie should go to the defense, especially Dan Quinn. I'm just keeping it a bean because they couldn't stop a nosebleed. That's how terrible they got scored on the first drive. The 2 picks, you can bring that up, but I believe one of those picks is on Dak. Other one, Weston just got out manhandled because he's just a small receiver. That goes back to the front office. Why don't we have bigger, stronger receivers so he doesn't get manhandled on that play? And why did we employ Michael Gallup for so long? Is just so many things like you can point at, you can bash Dak about, but Dak is better than a lot of your favorite quarterbacks. I'm gonna keep it a bean. It's only a few quarterbacks I have ahead of Dak. Few. And that's because they're actually good. And when it comes, they can actually carry your franchise. I value good quarterback players, what you can do without, not what you can do with, not when you have a top 5 defense behind you, a top 5 wide receiver besides you, a top 5 running back. I heard all those conversations. Hurts, Brock Purdy, all those conversations.
You can't say my guy.
I hate it. I mean, CJ, we still haven't seen with him because
Hey,
like I told you, he failed my test.
that
Every
test.
time
I'm
he
not.
faced,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna
he
lie.
failed
That
my
test.
test.
That Jets test.
I
That
know.
thing is
I
like
take that out, but like the
he
Atlanta,
passed.
Atlanta was
Atlanta
a good defense. It's a great
and
passing defense,
and
and we're gonna see
and
it this
I.
year.
Well, you have to
Yeah,
judge him more this year because like he had
yeah,
you having bad games against like there's good. He's had great games against good defense as well. So it's not like just because obviously he sent Cleveland to hell, and I know Cincinnati at that moment their defense was really good, and I know everyone. And the reason why I remember this is because everyone on the Cincinnati chat was like when they face whoever they DC in Cincinnati, he's known to like because you know the way he does the Patrick Mahomes the playoffs. So when he faced it, they were saying he's gonna that Lou defense gonna cook CJ, and the CJ did his thing. They took away a touchdown from CJ, so CJ operated with less because I didn't expect he had all those injuries on the O line. Nico Collins wasn't Nico Collins until CJ came to the team.
right.
Tank Dell, rookie receiver, Robert Woods, and Devin Singletary. Damian Pierce was cool, but he took a step back. So like I didn't expect a lot. I expected a lot of growing pains. And he had his growing pains because you're a rookie and makes sense. But he showed enough for people to be like, this might be the greatest rookie quarterback season of all time. And if you can do that with the talent he had, like Caleb Williams his talent he has as a rookie is insane. He's gonna have so you would expect to have something similar to that,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, 100%. Like this is why I value what you can do without. Like we go, Patrick Mahomes. You can argue he's been spoiled, but once he lost Tyreek Hill, the narrative was he's not going to be able to do this again because they were just pretty much unbeatable when they had Tyreek Hill. And you know what? He's done it. Was it multiple times since he's been with Tyreek Hill, right? So that's a quarterback who can do without. And they're also building teams around him. He got great defenses. It's not a memorable run game, but they get the job done. He had crying out loud, they were employing Kadarius Toney, and they still went to get a Super Bowl.
Good to get Kelsey, man. Kelsey
But when
took a step back, but Kelsey that man.
Yeah,
He
shout out to Kelsey, and even he had a down year. But guys like Tua, I don't want to ever hear him bringing in the same breath, like literally in the same breath as Dak, because he cannot do what Dak do. He is in a QB wonderland right now. Maybe not the best defense, but dog, the receivers he got in the run game and the play caller that he has behind the mic. Come on now, like Justin Herbert, it's getting a little bit overrated. I used to look, John, he was the number one hater, but I used to come up here and defend Justin Herbert, but he's getting to that cheater.
True.
He's getting
their
cheater.
defense. It was their defense that helped them. That Tyree trade helped their defense. That's why they
100%.
Their defense.
They realize it. You know what I'm saying? But
that's smart. That's what I wanted for Hopkins. So
but you got
yeah, it's rough. Go ahead.
It's okay. We traded Amari Cooper for a bag of chips too, so you're not the only one. But what is it? Justin Herbert. He's teetering to that point where like I'm starting to believe Dak is better than him as well. I know it's kind of wild. Talent wise, on par, but he better get it done with this new coach, Harbaugh. And Harbaugh is going to take the ball away from him. But I just feel like, well, you're right. He hasn't had the right, weapons around him, but he's not showing me he can do it without. So,
but I can't wait to see this season to see that CJ won't be able to prove that to you because he has a lot of talent, but I think he proved it enough to me in his.
No. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna mark it against him. If he gets it done, he gets it done because still, like the greatest like the reason why there's a thing called sophomore slump because it's the NFL. They're D coordinators. They're trying to keep their job for the next year. They are going to stay up this entire offseason, day and night. They are sociopaths at this. And they're going to find out, especially those guys in your division, what is his weakness. They're going to find out if he can survive this second, because y'all lost to the Ravens. So that film is out there. They're gonna formulate a game plan to replicate it somehow because football, NFL, it's a copycat league, whether you like it or not. Your weaknesses is out there, and your next opponent is going to find a way to replicate it.
Key thing though, the other person now. You can replicate, you can try, but
you need that's the thing. Do you have the personnel and the packages to be able to fully replicate like
I don't know.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
That I mean, they did. That's what the Packers. I just showed you the Bills game that happened like week what 16, 17.
But they
Same
had the
thing.
personnel. They
They had
had
the
the personnel.
personnel. Same
I don't
thing.
know.
It
I don't know
happened.
about my division. We'll see
Same
my
thing.
division.
That's why I get pissed at. I get pissed at our D coordinators like Dan Quinn. I know that's why I know he didn't give. He didn't really try because this is high level football right here. I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying. When you know what your weakness is, you need to get ahead of it. This is a game of chess and it's not checkers. This is not react then read. You know what your weakness is. You know they damn it, they were saying it on the damn Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were saying it. Like they know teams know that you like to rush the passer. We know we got Micah Parsons. Sit back there. I dare you. Because Micah's going to get there. You double him. I dare you. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you earn the right to rush the passer. So what do you need to do? Well, on the obvious running down situations, you need to do everything you can to switch it up and win that rep so you can get to the passing downs. But when you just sit back there and just be stubborn, like, nope, I'm going to do whatever I want. Well, guess what? The game plan, your weakness has already been put out on film. So guess what? You're going to get whooped again like you got whooped in week 5, week 3 versus San Francisco. You're going to get whooped the same exact way until you fix it. And also personnel.
Well, Lewis, let me ask you, and this will be our like final thoughts here. Like, what? This was a lot to process. If everyone here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. What are your final thoughts? I'm just asking. What's your final thoughts on all we've covered today? What are your final thoughts?
Well, I learned how, even though like one team is dominating the headlines, got a lot of similarities in front offices, horrible front offices in the past. Did today, y'all are kind of, I want to say the same plot. Let's see. They're gonna do differently than what we do because the difference is there's not a family running your organization, and the dad is not going to guarantee the son's job no matter how bad the son does bad at his job. So we compare weaknesses. We learned all that. We learned we got the Texas point. I learned that y'all are really high. Well, I already knew y'all really high on yourself this year, but y'all are really elevating y'all talking like y'all finna go 13-4. I understand the schedule.
I'm probably not gonna know
the schedule, but y'all are really confident in liking what they're doing. We didn't talk about offense today, but
we talk about the next one. We talk about the next one.
You know how I feel about Stephon Diggs, and that is something to keep in mind because if he couldn't work with a quarterback on paper who's better than CJ Stroud, how would he work with a quarterback in his second year?
We'll dive. There's some talk about that. We will dive deep into that on the next one because we got to make sure there's anticipation for you to come back to watch the next one. So we'll dive deeper into that.
Yeah, like it's not a guarantee. Like if you want to know, it's for me. I'm gonna talk about why I think it's not a guarantee that just because you trade for a guy who's known to be top 12 wide receiver, because I don't think he's number 10. Number one, will it automatically continue the development of CJ Stroud?
The thing, all I know is that this will be okay. So on that next episode, we'll dive deeper into offense. I think Stephon Diggs, I'm not asking him to be just like my clear cut number one. Like Nico Collins was 1,300 yards. That's the key. Is just like it's depth. Like the depth is Stephon Diggs is the only receiver, and I just had then it'd be different. But we'll like I said, we'll dive deeper into that. So you guys, everyone who's here, the next pod of this, we'll talk more about the offense, compare each other's offense. We'll talk about the quarterbacks, and y'all can in the chat tell us who you think's the better quarterback. We'll leave all of that fun talk because that's definitely going to be interesting. We'll say that for the next episode, and yeah, it was interesting to learn. It gave me some PTSD watching that Falcons game was rough.
You don't think mine was worse?
No, you had some stuff, but there was some losses. That Falcons game was just so annoying. But it was good to learn a little bit about the Cowboys, and let's see how the season goes, and we'll see if we're still toxic or if we're better. I don't think we'll be better. I think we'll be toxic. You need to get Harrison on this one of these, but you need to get Harrison. Go stupid, go crazy. But everyone, man, hey, y'all make sure to like this, man, and we gonna do more of these. And Lewis, think we good here.
Yeah, hey, thank y'all so much. Make sure you hit the notification bell when you know next time. Hey, go to our channels. We have our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much the same tag. We're trying to keep it consistent. For more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe, etc. We appreciate all of you for coming. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Make the fake Gmail's accounts, run it up.
Don't do
But
that. Don't do that. They YouTube catch that. Don't do that.
yeah, the bots. But you
Yeah,
know what I'm
they
saying?
catch that.
We appreciate y'all being funny, bro. But until next time.